Age of Sigmar 4th edition Skaventide has arrived. Games Workshop sent us this box early, so a big thank you, so we can have a look at all the fantastic miniatures for both the Stormcast Eternals and also the Skaven. So let's jump in and have a look at the miniatures we painted and also the other contents of the box. So let's jump in and have a look at the contents of this great new box. We've got the Skaventide here, got some fantastic artwork on the front. On the back, we've got this brilliant display of all the miniatures and everything that come with inside the box. So let's have a look at what we've got inside. Really awesome box. Again, massive size as you expect with a brand new release of an edition of a game. Again, loads of awesome little things that you can see immediately from the get-go. Super excited for some of the models specifically in here. So getting it open. As always, we've got a lovely bit of artwork that you get in one of these new edition boxes. Whether you want to frame it or not, it's a lovely thing to just have, and it's a nice sort of reveal sort of thing, just to kind of a little bit of secrecy there before you lift that off and see the mounting of sprues and things that are underneath. But a lot of people tend to put this as artwork, which is quite nice. So you've got some Skaven clan matches attacking Stormcast on that. We're presented with an absolute swathe and mountain of sprues here. And most importantly, the biscuity bases to put those miniatures on. We've got those there, so they can just go over there. Loads of Stormcasts straight away present themselves, and it's nice to see lots of different components for each one. So we've got a lot of different things that each model is made up of, which is quite nice. So that's one of the sprues of Stormcast. We've got some more here, same sprue again, so just a sort of duplicated sprue, which is good. The details look really crisp on this, and the new armour that Stormcast actually have, I'm a big fan of that. I think that it's really nice, and there's lots of interesting little details on there that you can paint and approach as a painter for all different manners of painting techniques. Again, we've got some more sprues here. We've got some of the rat ogres here. So really huge models by the looks of it. I think they're quite big, which is quite nice. Again, loads of different little details. You've got fur on here, you've got loads of armour, you've got some chainmail, some sort of warpstone weaponry as well, which is quite cool. And again, all the things you'd expect to go with a Skaven range and faction, but just some really cool models there. So next we've got the Skaven Claw Lord on Norbeast. That's a mouthful. Again, really awesome miniature. Again, loads and loads of detail. The lovely base topper here as well, which is quite nice. Seeing a lot of, you're not just getting a tactical rock with this one, you're getting a whole entire tactical base top, which is quite nice. And then we've got this huge spear, or blade on the end of a spear, which is quite cool. I love all the different facets of detail that are on that. But again, a really sinister, evil-looking creature that Claw Lord is on top of. And you've got that rotary gun, or the rotary pistol as well, which I really like from the reveal video. I thought that was quite a cool little detail. So it's nice to see that it's actually on the miniature. So that's the Claw Lord. So next, let's have a look at the Lord-Vigilant on Gryph-stalker. Now, you're going to see one of these in the video as we have painted one up, so make sure you stick around to watch that. But this sprue is absolutely crammed with pieces and also details. I've got this massive flaming axe here, which is one of my favourite things when I saw the reveal video for the new edition. And the mount that Lord is riding is absolutely massive. Just a huge beastie that you'll see a bit later, as I mentioned. So that's the Lord-Vigilant on Gryph-stalker. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit because you get an absolute mountain of sprues, as I mentioned. I'm going to get them all out and really show you what else actually comes in the box, which is quite cool. So after you've taken all the sprues out, you've got another divider, just a section of the box, and we've got this divider here with the Age of Sigmar. Another bit of artwork on the back if you wanted a duplicate, so that's that. We've got some more biscuity bases, some extra ones that didn't quite make it into the bags, so just put those over there. We've also got a little leaflet here, so that's the Slaughter at Hellcrown, so it's probably an online campaign or something. And then we've got these two massive boxes here. Let's just cut that open. And what we got? Oh wow, got some artwork. Let's have a look at that. That looks great. Really cool artwork on there again. And then, wow, we've got all of our cards by the looks of it. So yeah, loads of cards here. These cool little holders to hold all these cards. That's a nice bit of artwork there. That's cool. And then it looks like we've got all our rules. And also, what's this? Let's have a look. Let's take this out. These look cool. We've got the instructions. We've got all the cards I mentioned. And then what are these? This looks like, oh wow, we've got a board. So it actually comes with a board as well. So that's the first time I've known for that to happen in an edition of Age of Sigmar. It's not the easiest to unwrap, but let's have a look. There we go. We've got this massive board to play on as well, which is quite cool. Oh God. So yeah, we've got a huge board to play on, which is just awesome. So that's that. Let's just try and fold that up again. Oh God. So after the board and the cards and everything, we then have what appears to be the absolute tome of the game, which is this lovely presented rulebook, I'd imagine, or set of books. I'm going to break the seal on this if I could find the knife. And let's just open this and have a look at what we've got. So there we go. So let's just open that. We've got two books. The lovely crimson kind of sash thing that just holds them together. Again, you can you've got another Age of Sigmar sort of symbol on there. Let's just break that because I don't want to do any damage. It comes off quite easily. That's quite nice. And wow, we've got the core book, which is really beautiful. Look at that artwork. That is absolutely amazing. Really, really cool artwork on there. And I'm telling you this now, this thing is absolutely massive. How many pages we've got? We're pushing over 250 pages in this thing by the looks of it. 274 pages. So you've got a lot of beautiful things in here. Loads of great artwork. Some really cool things. Look at the map. That looks great. All loads of lore, which is brilliant. And right as we go back, some miniatures. And then all the other bits and bobs in here that you'd expect in any rulebook, all the rules and everything towards the back as well. So that looks great. Really beautiful book. Looks great. Love that. That looks brilliant. And then the next thing what we've got is Fire and Jade. I'm not sure what this is. I'm guessing this is a different format of playing. You're going to have to correct me in the comments. But this looks quite cool. It tells you how to use the map that comes with it, or the board that comes with it. And you've got all your war scrolls in here by the looks of it for different factions as well, which is quite cool. So yeah, loads of different war scrolls in here for using of your miniatures in Age of Sigmar 4th edition. So that's brilliant. 2 great books that come in the set, so that's lovely. Really excited to see what people do with this. There's some fantastic miniatures in here. Let's now jump in and have a look at the miniatures which we have painted from this box. We've got first up a Lord-Vigilant on Gryph-stalker. Really, really imposing centerpiece model for the Stormcast part of the army. So last year we painted up an Underworld's Stormcast warband in like a brass armoured kind of scheme with some blue glow effects for sort of like eyes and energy and stuff like that. We've done exactly the same thing on this miniature, and Adam, who's painted it, has done a fantastic job of applying that colour scheme onto this miniature. I really like the sort of high contrast between sort of like the armour and also the mount. Having the mount in almost like a dark black kind of raven kind of scheme just really, really looks great. And it helps for the sort of blue kind of effects, both on the flames and little glow points on the miniature, to just contrast really nicely and stand out from the darker tones that are on the mount. We've got this really great sort of dark brown cape that they're wearing, which is quite nice, and just really sort of frames the miniature on top of the steed, which I do really like. You can see all the armour on the mount has been painted in the exact same sort of colour and tone, and again with some blue glow effects and details across those areas that it has been applied. Some of the things I do really like is on these new miniatures, you've got almost like purity seals that are now on them, which I think is just a really great thing to be able to paint as a painter and just add that sort of interest and detail to those parts of the miniature. And you can see there's quite a few of them just actually on the front there of the Lord, plus also one on the sort of sash or area of the mount. And then again round the back here off of the shield, and on the other side of the mount we've got another one and a few more, which just looks really great. Adds a lot of interest to that specific area of the miniature. We've gone for quite a dark basing scheme on the model as well, just obviously just to add a really eerie kind of like fantasy kind of themed base, with some really rich sort of green sort of tufts on there as well, just to add a bit of warmth to that base. But overall, a really fantastic miniature. I do love, my favourite detail is the flaming axe. And again, Adam's done a great job of just using that blue kind of like etheric effect on those flames, which is just really cool. So that's this awesome Lord-Vigilant on Gryph-stalker, which is just a really cool model. So next, let's have a look at the Grey Seer, one of the leader models from the Skaven side of the box. So Eric from the team has painted this truly fantastic miniature. Eric's a big fan of sort of more organic models and miniatures, and this was right up his street while he was painting it. He's really spent a lot of great care and attention on all the little details across the model, and that's right from the flesh tone through to the metallics, through to even the details on the base and the kind of like turquoisey colours and tones that are on the base, which I do absolutely love. Lots of greens used across the various areas of the miniature, so you can see all the cloth work and the details have been painted with those greens. And the use of kind of like copper for the armour and like extra details. We've got the full non-metallic copper on those details, which is just really lovely. I love the green runes that are on the blade. So if we just move the model around, and you can see these green runes that are just on that blade there. Really, really nicely executed and highlighted through various different stages. One of my favourite things is just like the details on the flesh. So the tail, for example, you've got this really nice transition of colour on the tail from a lighter tone at the base all the way up to the darker kind of area on the sort of fleck of the tail, which is just really cool. And then if we go around the staff as well, done in full non-metallic copper, just to add a real nice refraction of light across its various sort of facets and areas. And you'll see that same painting approach applied across all the details across the miniature, both on the wristband and also on the sort of hilt or crossguard of the blade as well, which is just nice. One of my favourite things is the transition on those horns as well. You can see it goes from a really nice sort of tan colour at the base through to greys through to black at the tips of those horns. Blended really nicely and highlighted really sharply also. We've got this little detail on the back. We've got this little scroll here that's just sort of attached to their waist, which is nice. And one of the things that I do really like about this is that cracked bell. We've obviously seen lots of tactical rocks in our time on Warhammer miniatures, but a tactical bell is the first time I've seen one. It's got rats coming out of it. So nice little detail there that, again, adding lots of interest to the base. And it's nice to see these new miniatures have got quite a lot to them, not just obviously on the miniature, but also in extra details that you can spend a lot of time and have fun with painting on the base as well. And finally, what we've got is a Lord-Terminos model from the Stormcast side of the box. This model's been painted by Izzy from the team, and she's done a great job of putting like an Arctic armoured theme on this miniature with that really cold porcelain white armour that you can see. One of the things I do really like is the use of a different temperature, so the purple blade and also the red details that are on the model, the inside of the cloth, and also the almost sash-like purity seal things that are on the miniature. Just a really good use of a harmonious colour there, the purple or the red. Just to add a lot of interest to the different aspects of detail on the miniature. And I do really like that the head crest has also been done in that purple as well. It just kind of frames the top of the model quite nicely. But yeah, overall, a really fantastic miniature. The snow on the base just finishes it off and really sells that winter environment to go along with the cold armour. But really well done and a great miniature to add to your collection. So there we have it, all the miniatures which we've painted from the Skaventide box. A big thank you to Games Workshop for sending it to us in advance to have a look at and get some miniatures painted. I do hope you liked looking at the box with me and all the different contents in there, from the sprues to the books and also the map. If you want to see more stuff from us here on the channel, then please do not hesitate in subscribing to the channel and looking at all the showcases which we regularly put up on a weekly basis. From all the team here at Siege and myself, a massive thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.